Have you ever felt like you're swinging hard, but the ball's going nowhere? Well, it's probably not your swing speed. It's probably your sequencing. Let me show you how you could fix that and get effortless power. To get effortless power in the swing, you've got to be able to load, transition, and release properly throughout the swing. Now, if we do a simple analogy to walking, we'll find that when we walk, we don't just stick our leg out. We actually move the center of mass slightly forward and then catch ourselves. It's forward catch. And the loading in the golf swing is not a lot different. We're going to shift the weight, center of mass, that way around ourselves, which will force us onto that side. And then we're going to undo the process in the other direction. I'm going to run through some steps, some drill steps, and then at the end I'll rig up the net and show you how it works actually using a ball. So the first thing is get onto this leg on the backswing. So if you imagine a pitcher in baseball, they don't throw like this. They load up here. I'm no good at baseball, so I think that's about right. We've got to get ourselves onto that leg. If we're swaying, we're going to go over, and I have to counterbalance with that leg. I don't want to do that. Or I'm going to start leaning that way. I don't want to do that. So we're rotating around there. And the simple drill to do it is focus on something in front of you, because we're trying to keep the head as still as possible, centered over the middle. And all we're going to do is lift the knee to there. And you'll feel, if I do it without centering myself, I go right over the top. I've probably moved 2 or 3 inches to the side. Now we're going to try and do it and stay centered. It's a bit more difficult because you'll want to go back that way. And you'll figure out after a while how to turn and hold it, and should be able to balance. So we just keep raising the knee. Do it 5 times. 3, 4, 5. You should be able to hold that balance. You should feel the pressure on the inside of the foot, inside of your trail foot. You should feel it tighten around here, because you're not doing that, you're rotating that backwards. So again, up. You should be able to hold it once you get used to this. Step 2, let's get this foot back on the ground again. Now, let's get a nice stance here. So we're going to go up to here, and then we're going to get this foot down. We're not going to move any of this. In transition, you transition the weight, the pressure first. And the simplest way to feel this is to get the shoulder going down that way. There might be a bit of lateral movement here. We don't really care as part of this transition drill. So we go up, then we're in. So get that feeling of leading in. You could just stand for 2 feet here, lead in. If you were just doing the foot, immediately, and you see my foot's gone forward. In the real swing, we won't do that. Everything's moving that way. But to maintain this, if I just do the foot, I'm already leaning back here. That's going to be no good. I'm swinging the club. So we want to get into the position and step into it, the shoulder pushing down. So shoulder would push down, head of where that ball position would be. There. Try it again. There. From here, we'll do the first step and then the second step. First step, up. Second step, pressure down, up, down, up, down. Immediately I can feel myself moving off that. I'm applying pressure into the ground on that foot. One thing, we must move the weight before we start the unwind at the top. You find the long drivers, they're already moving forward before they've even finished the backswing. So they've got up, pressuring in, that is still moving backwards, building all the torque they need before they really launch. And if you watch them, they launch so hard off this foot that it comes back here. That's extreme. We're not doing that. Most of us cannot swing like a long driver. Most of us cannot swing anything like a PGA Tour pro. They are the top of their game. But we can use the techniques and use them to gain as much power, and it's not that hard. So that we've gone step 1, step 2, and step 3 is to pressure off that. So this is just a supporting toe. 1, 2, toe. If you watch Scottie Scheffler with his funny move, and he swings, that foot drags in, actually drags behind his lead foot. It's almost like a little curtsy. There's no way he could do that if his weight wasn't on that lead foot at that point. Not saying swing like that, he's done it since he was a kid. But we'll just do the idea of up, pressure, toe. Remember, toe. Now, if we were to use another analogy, I call it the skater drill. This is just learning to jump from foot to foot like a speed skater or a rollerblader. They do it as well. So they jump onto one foot, push onto the other foot, and that before their arms swing, they're pushing over. So we go. You can do this. You don't have to take very big steps, but you're moving your weight, and I'm trying to keep myself fairly centered here with the top of the body. Like you feel I'm moving the bottom, then the arms, like a skater. Okay, let's now grab the club and we'll work this in. But this time we're going to keep our hands on here. We're going up, pressure, up, pressure, toe. So up, pressure. See, I haven't even started my downswing yet. Up, pressure, toe. Get that knee to that knee, toe for balance. You've moved your weight from centered to rear foot to leading foot, and you're in balance. And as you speed this up, you ever watch Ernie Els swing? Such a lazy looking swing, but incredible power when he hits the ball. He's just very lazy looking, but that weight is moving around all the big muscles and the pressure out of the ground. Here, here. There's one more thing, the bonus drill. This is what we used to call the Gary Player drill. The Gary Player, brilliant golfer, he had to work hard to keep up with the big guys like Jack Nicklaus. So he found ways of getting through there quick. If you watch some of the old footage, he would swing and he's off. He's off down the fairway. The caddy's having to catch him up. So the drill here is to do the same thing on the back, transfer, spin around, keep centered, plant forward, turn, and then continue, walk. Now, if you've not turned, you've not got the weight on that foot, there's no way you're doing it. You're like here, no, I've gone backwards. I'm only feeling then I'm swinging at 60% power, but that club is moving fast. So what we want to remember here, this is about flow. It should be a very relaxed, lazy speed. Load, explode. Easy. That is a drill, but actually you can play like that. There's nothing wrong with walking after your ball. So let's recap. First, you're gonna do it without a club. Get the timing right. It's up, step, then release. But knee to knee, on the toe, balanced, watching that ball zip away hundreds of yards down the fairway. Combining this with the compression drills will mean you hit the middle of that club as well. So you're transferring all the weight properly, pressure, reaction, it's what they call the ground reaction. You push in, you're not going to move the planet will move you. So you go in and you bounce back, and that energy goes through biomechanically through and out. The last place it's got is down there. So very simple. Do Scottie Scheffler if you want to. Hope you find that useful. If you do, please consider liking and subscribing, and let me know in the comments what else you want to improve, and I'll see if I can find a drill that can help you and others out there.